There are plenty of criminals out there, but only a few get caught and convicted justly. So here are top 5 female convicts freakouts after given a life sentence. 1. First, we have Joanne Cunningham, who admitted to killing her son, AJ, just 10 weeks after saying she would never harm her children.
I would rather kill myself than harm my family. I'd rather kill myself than hurt anybody.
What a lie. This case revolved around the murder of her 5-year-old son, AJ Freund. In April 2019, AJ was reported missing. Joanne and Andrew Freund Sr., AJ's father, claimed they last saw him in bed on April 17, 2019. The police suspected the couple because they couldn't trace AJ's scent outside their family home. They discovered a disturbing video on her phone showing AJ being badly beaten. Andrew had hit AJ in the head with a shower head. When AJ stopped breathing, they didn't call for help, but buried him in a shallow grave. The autopsy revealed AJ died from head injuries. In December 2020, Joanne pleaded guilty to first-degree murder. In July 2020, Andrew also changed his plea to guilty. Joanne was sentenced to 35 years in prison. 2. Here is Andrea Cook, who, with Ryan, her boyfriend at the time, planned to steal money by scamming someone through a dating app. They decided on a 17-year-old, planned to meet up, and attempted to carjack him. Unfortunately, after a struggle, the boy gets shot. He miraculously made it out alive. Now, the courtroom scene suggests that Andrea's actions weren't taken lightly, and initially she was sentenced to a total of 20 years in prison.
I just want to say that I'm sorry to the people from that her son had to get shot because I didn't even know he was going to get shot.
Andrea had just turned 18, so she was treated like an adult in court. Her mother, sitting in the back, suddenly started wailing. Andrea also got upset. The mother had to be taken outside. There was a miscommunication, and it was later found out and a new plea deal was accepted, reducing Cook's sentence to 11 years in prison. 3. This case is about the death of a 10-month-old baby at the hands of Tatiana Fusari and her husband, Seth Welsh. The baby had died of dehydration and severe malnutrition in August 2018. The parents saw that their baby wasn't getting enough food, but didn't go to the doctor because of their strong religious beliefs and not trusting medicine or the government. What was even more infuriating is the fact that when Seth Welsh saw the baby wasn't responding, he called his lawyer before calling 911.
That is a charge called homicide felony murder. It is life without parole. The second offense that you're both charged with is called child abuse in the first degree, where they're alleging you knowingly or intentionally caused serious physical harm to a child.
They received 30 years in prison and an additional 15 years for the first-degree child abuse charge. 4. This is Diana Lovejoy, who, along with her sports instructor, had shot and almost killed her ex-husband. Diana was a sports coach and fitness instructor who lived with her now ex-husband in Carlsbad, California. What started all of it was a messy divorce and a custody battle for their son. Diana and her gun instructor were handed lengthy prison sentences for what authorities said was a botched plot to kill the woman's estranged husband, who was shot but survived. The shooting took place in September 2016. Deputy District Attorney Jody Breton argued that Lovejoy manipulated McDavid into the shooting with false tales of abuse.
Some people in this world seem to think that I would have it in me to do this.
Diana Lovejoy was sentenced to 26 years to life in prison for her conviction late last year of conspiracy to commit murder, as well as attempted murder. McDavid received 50 years in prison for pulling the trigger. Diana reacted to the sentencing by fainting in court and having to be taken out on a stretcher. 5. Here is another insane case of Jody Herring, who decided to take revenge on a social worker for taking away her daughter. The social worker, Laura Sobel, was promptly shot and killed. Herring then went on a rampage and took out 3 of her own relatives.
I can't take back that day. I wish I could, but I can't. I handle my stress so differently than anybody else does, and I wish I could help myself. I really could. I asked for help several times.
She pleaded in court, hoping to get a lenient sentence, but the judge sentenced her to life. And that is all for today's video. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.